of the first of your ground meal, you shall give it to the Lord, a heave offering throughout your generations. So in other words, you recognize that when you take of the first of all of the crops, the very first part that you do, that little tiny piece of the grain, you give that to the Lord. You say, this is yours. What are you saying? The whole thing was yours. I'm giving you this portion, and as I give you that portion, it's representative of the whole. So when I give you this heave offering, I give you just that portion of it, it is a representation that the whole belongs to you. And so basically, the part represents or it equals the whole. Now, in Leviticus 23, beginning in verse 9, and I'm going to read down to verse 14, it says this, and the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, speak to the children of Israel, and say to them, when you come into the land, which I give to you, and you reap its harvest, you shall bring a sheaf of the first fruits. He shall wave a sheaf before the Lord to be accepted on your behalf. On the day after the Sabbath, the priest shall wave it. And you shall offer on that day, when you wave the sheaf, a male lamb of the first year without a blemish, a burnt offering to the Lord. It's a grain offering, shall be 2/10 of an ephah, and of course fine flour mixed with oil, and an offering made by fire to the Lord for sweet aroma, and its drink offering shall be of wine and 1/4 of a hin. And you shall eat neither bread nor parched grain nor fresh grain until the same day that you have brought an offering to your God. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations and all your dwellings. So now we see here, verse 9, God speaks to him, and in verse 10, when you come into the land which I give you, and you reap its harvest, you take the whole thing. Well, then you take what? One sheaf. You take a portion of it, and you bring that to the Lord, and it becomes the first fruit. Now, once again, as the sheaf is the first fruits, when it's weighed, it's the evidence what? The entire harvest is because of God. And so a part represents the whole. And so it's interesting, in the Amplified Version, this verse reads this: if the first handful of dough offered as the first fruits, Abraham and the patriarchs, is consecrated holy, so the whole mass, Israel, is consecrated holy. And if the root Abraham is holy, so are the branches, which would be Israel.